Hey, welcome to Mudroom to Showroom. My name is Matt. Basically started this channel to give you an idea of some of the stuff that I do is detailing. I've got a bunch of stuff I'll show you in just a second, but dirty is a disease I cure with proper hygiene, so I figured I'd bring you on my journey. I was inspired by Matt at Obsessed Garage and Pan the Organizer out of Canada. Those guys do a fantastic job on the channel. They do it in a pretty static environment indoors. They've got a great amount of resources when it comes to accessories and things of that nature. And I'm just an average or everyday guy who basically does everything outside. So with the help of a iPhone Pro Max 14 and a DJI Osmo 6 gimbal and a DJI lavalier mic to get rid of some of the background noise, I hope to bring you through my journey and hope that some of the information that I'm showing you works out for you. So without further ado, stay tuned. Let's see what else happens. So what do I clean? Well, I got a Chevy Tahoe. It's charcoal gray in color, so it's moving that around for you there. So it sits a lot, but it's dirty every weekend, and every weekend it gets washed. So basically I do my best to try to keep up with that. There's a graphene coating on there that I did myself, the Turtle Wax Flex, and I'll get into some details on how I use that and how I apply it. My newest pride and joy here, my Polaris Ranger. This is the 2023 Polaris Ranger Trail Boss North Star Edition, so heat and air conditioning. It is a definite challenge to try to clean up after riding it in Kentucky mud. So I'll be spending some time on that and talking about some of the specifics on that. The enclosed trailer that I store everything in when I'm not in use with it, and I did an epoxy floor on that. As you can tell by looking in there, it's pretty damn dirty. So we'll work on that, but with time. So that's an idea. And then my biggest project, my work truck. So I drive this all week, and then I come home, and because I can't stand it to be dirty, I usually clean it myself. Matter of fact, this has not been to a commercial truck wash yet. It's got about 15,000 miles on it. I've had it, I guess, a couple months. But fortunately, the company that I work for, Howler, great people. They give me great equipment, and I like to take care of it. I'm pretty simple, so I don't have a bunch of fancy editing materials and stuff like that. If that's what you're looking for, you're probably in the wrong place. That is my tripod, my trash can. So when you hear me say trash can cam, you'll know what I'm talking about. Today, I'm going to do this in time lapse. I'm going to talk a little bit about what I use. But I basically use a two-step system called Stars and Stripes. And this is the setup that I got from them. It allows me to use two foam cannons without having to switch out foam cannons. It kind of speeds the process a little bit. And the product Stars and Stripes is pretty good for what I call a 15-foot wash. So it gets rid of the heavy stuff without any brushes, and touchless is a real big deal. When you look at the size of that thing, the truck is almost impossible to clean at the top. I don't have the facilities. I mean, that brush right there is hopefully the longest one I ever have to use. I am using I'll get to it here, Active 2.0 electric pressure washer. And I'll do an unboxing on this. This one's actually going to be replaced under warranty. There was a start-stop feature on it that wasn't working properly, so they're sending me out another one. And when they do that, I'll unbox it. But it's been fantastic. It's just a defect. You're going to have that when you purchase stuff online. All the stuff that you see in front of you, I've actually purchased online. I don't have the resources to even go anywhere. We don't have the stores like you may have in some larger cities, so I order everything online. But that Active 2.0 has been fantastic. It comes with a 35-foot hose, which is purely adequate for what you're going to be doing for pressure washing if you're into it. I just was trying to get away from gas. Gas was a major issue for me. And that is 2 gallons a minute at roughly 1,000 psi. So that's equivalent to most of your residential gas operated pressure washers. And then I added the 50-foot hose to it just for the purpose of the truck. It comes with 35, and that's plenty. And then I upgraded the wanding nozzle, which is pretty much commonplace. Everybody does it to get to the shorty. This is the Mosmatic. I did try a cheaper version online. I don't know if that's going to focus in or not. We'll try. Yep, there you go. That's the Mosmatic. I tried a cheaper one online that I got off of Amazon, and it just was crap. So I upgraded to this, and you know that'll last me a long, long time. And so basically that's it. I'm gonna set up. It's like I said, it's a two-stage system. It's the same system that I use on the truck and on the ATV. The Polaris. Let me get this thing to turn for you. Here we go. The Polaris, it's difficult to wash, obviously, so I'm going to be doing a lot with that and trying to speed the process up. Maybe try using some CO1 and some other stuff. I'll get into that as time progresses. So without further ado, I'm going to go over to Trash Can Cam here and set this up on time lapse. And I'll go ahead and wash this out, and you'll get an idea of basically what the process is. So, see you in a few. on everything that I could reach with my hands last week. So in the past week I had quite a bit of rain, so there should have been some road film and some stuff on there, and it's much easier to get off once you put that graphene on there. And like I said, I'll get into a video with the use of that. A Turtle Wax Flex is some really easy stuff to use, and I use it a lot. So without further ado, let's try to show you some up close. I'll back this out a little bit just so that I can get close enough to it. You see my reflection, and it's not bad at all considering what it is. You see a little bit of mud that's there. A lot of that is because I did the rear for last. But as far as the actual surface is concerned, the paper towel test, as the guy from Stars and Stripes likes to do all the time, not bad, huh? For a touchless system, it's not bad at all. You have to be really careful with the pressure washer as far as making sure that you make solid contact and keeping that wand like 6 inches away from the surface. Otherwise, you're going to get some streaking. There's a little bit of it here that you can see where the pressure washer hits, and then it doesn't hit. That's why you always work foam cannon any way you want to foam cannon it, but then you want to rinse it from bottom to top so you know where you've been. But I mean, all in all, considering the fact that I didn't put my hands on this thing, you know, you saw that in the time lapse. It came out pretty damn good. I'm happy with it. On this side, in the sunlight, you can see a little bit more of the streaking that happens if you're not really careful with the wand. But I mean, overall, like I said, from 20 feet, it looks fantastic, and there's no pH issues with it as far as fading out rims and things of that nature. It's not going to do that because it doesn't have the acidity that you get from a lot of the commercial truck washes. So that's one of the reasons why I'm such a fan of it. I'll go back over it with the heavy stuff is off. I'll hit it with a foam cannon and just regular pH neutral soap. And then I'll brush it basically from the bottom of the doors down, and then the wheels, just to finish it off and make it look pristine. All right. Well, hey, if you like this and you're interested in some more content along those same lines, like I said, I look forward to adding to the channel with more detail. My next one will probably be the Tahoe, and then the Ranger. The Ranger's going to get quite a bit of it because that's the audience that I think is going to be the most interested in what I'm doing. But it's every day. It's, you know, it's what you want to make of it.